Many people argue who is one of the best fighters to come out of England. George Diaz, what do you say? Who are the top 5 fighters out of England? Lennox Lewis, Amir Khan, Ricky Hatton, Carl Froch, and Prince Nassim.
You just named a few.
What about Joe Calzaghe?
Joe, I know, you gotta give it to Joe Calzaghe. He's gotta be one of the best. On the green, he retired undefeated.
Yeah, but he never fought James Toney.
Yeah, but you know, that don't mean really much. You know, he beat the guys that beat James Toney. You know, like Roy Jones.
But he never fought James Toney.
You know, and plus James Toney was at a higher weight division at that time. So how would Calzaghe go up to heavyweight and fight James Toney? So
what about David Haye? Could he be in the top 10?
Nope.
Why not?
Who does he beat?
What about Derek Chisora?
Nah, I can't really say Chisora. Maybe Hamed. Maybe. You know, he really
Prince
didn't.
Nassim, he's the first one to make little guys get paid.
No, actually, you're mistaken about that. That was Michael Carbajal.
Well, Prince Nassim is the one that gets all the attention because his flashy ring
he was flashy, flamboyant, dance,
jumping over the rope.
Came in a carpet, you know. So you know, he was a showman. And I liked Nassim when he was coming out because you know he brought something different to the scene, like a little sass, like a little something new. He was a showman and he knocked guys out. You know, he knocked guys out. It's just when he really had to step up to the plate, like Marco Antonio Barrera, you know, he just didn't. He couldn't pull the trigger.
We've seen Devin Alexander fought a guy from England who took the fight on a very short notice, had trouble making weight.
I saw the corner stop the fight. I saw that.
Seventh round. And Devin dominated every round, but...
You know, Devin right now is just not a big puncher. You know, people say that I saw in an interview, he said that he considered himself a pretty good, decent puncher, a good puncher. You know, he
might fight Floyd next.
That's what is being mentioned. You know, I may see Amir Khan fighting more Floyd Mayweather than.
That'd be a great fight. I would want to see it, Mayweather.
That'd be interesting. You know, I would like to see the fight, but I still think Floyd would take it. You know, the only thing, of course, is his, Khan's hand speed, but yet again, you know, he really didn't. I haven't seen him improve much. Right now, when he fought Julio Diaz, so Floyd is going to take that fight for the picking, you know, and especially he said that he's willing to fight in England, so.
No, he has a contract. He only fight at the MGM for the rest of his fights. But if he's willing to fight in England, why not? Hey, they sell out any stadium, 90,000, 80,000.
Floyd gets it. I know he gets.
He's very popular in England.
So that's a good thing for Floyd.
How about Tyson Fury, 6'9"? Is he one of the greatest fighters in the history of England?
He's just starting his career, so you can't call him a great fighter.
Can he be one of the greatest?
We just gotta wait and see. We can't really say much right now. You know, there's Chris Eubank,
David Price. He just lost.
Yeah, David Price has lost. There's a few of them to mention. You know, for me, I've always liked Lennox Lewis. I think he's the one that really. You know, maybe people criticize him because he's Jamaican descent, represented Canada for the Olympics, but he's British, so I gotta give it to Lennox.
He's the greatest of all time?
In my opinion, I think one of the greatest.
Amir Khan, number 2 then?
Nah, not Amir Khan. He hasn't really won this fight. You know, you gotta give Lennox Lewis credit because he came back and avenged his losses. You know,
well, Amir Khan can't get rematches. He wants to fight Danny Garcia again.
He wants to fight
Lamont Peterson
again. It's the handlers, the promoters, and like I said, there's a lot of
problems. Well, he's calling out Lucas Matthysse. You got to give him credit. He's a fighter that you just told me 5 minutes ago that everyone's trying to avoid. Amir wants that fight.
And that's, you know, I gotta give Amir credit for that. You know, for calling out that fight. You know, I think he has a good. He'll give Lucas Matthysse a good fight, but like I said, yet again, the chin is questionable. You know, he had a hard time with Maidana, even though he beat Maidana. But who knows? We just gotta wait and see what the promoters, the managers, and the handlers decide to do with Matthysse and Khan.
Have you ever been to England?
Never.
Do you want to go visit some of the gyms out there?
I would love to. I would love to. Why not?
Based on these videos, I would tell you watch your back in the street.
They'll fucking try to. They'll go after me. Actually, I have a few fans on Facebook.
You have some clients that come here from England.
Yeah, but
pilot, right?
actually, I just request. Some people just requested me, and I have a few people that are actually fans of mine. You know, even though I don't consider myself being nobody, but. This is something I can be proud of.
British people are very nice. They never talk smack, and they're always classy. They're always positive. One thing I will have to say, they're always. They don't have that bitterness that here in the United States I see so many bitter people. That's
true. You know, it's just I think in the U.S. in my opinion is that people hate others succeed. They always want to be better than you. They always want to have more than you. That's what I've noticed about, you know. I came from I'm not going to say I came from a poor family. I always had to play. I always had shoes on my feet. I always had to play the food. Yeah, these are, I still bought them. So.
What shoes are these, George?
Nikes. What do you expect? They're old. They're like, what, 80 years old or something?
No, they're brand new. You never wore them.
Oh, they're 80 years old, man. I take care of my shoes. You know, I got to work for them. You know, I put them up to...
Look, it's 11 o'clock at night.
It's actually 9:30 at night. I've been here since 9 o'clock this morning.
You putting in working hard,
man. I'm here over 12 hours a day. I put up to 78 hours a week. So
you love boxing. There you have it, George Diaz. Stay tuned for userreport.com. I'm matthysse2745 reporting.